Hey everyone, I just wanted to make a quick video about my DD crit bleed build. Right now the crit and the bleed part is not fully functional as I don't have Uber Lab or enough chance to bleed. But I do have DD kind of in a working state. The map clear feels pretty good. The bossing damage feels quite good. And I think I can only see improvement. Because I feel a lot of ways to scale it still. Mentally I feel good. Not the best player, so I die a lot. I'm sitting at level 86. Let me just D&D real quick. Sitting at level 86. And I'm going to go over first the links because the way DD works in this game is different. There's no desecrate in this game. So I had to do a little changing things, and they obviously put the skill gem in the game because there's no desecrate, but it's a little different than it was in PoE 1. Sacrifice. While active, your undead reviving minions can be used in place of corpses by your skills, but your minions revive more slowly. So what that does is allows us to have these 4 skeletal brutes. I should only have 3. That's to detonate them, and they will die. But they don't always die because of another important part of this build. Chance to not explode, destroy corpses when consuming corpses. I get 25% for my wand. I get 35% or 25% for my skill tree. And another 25% on the support gem. Without those, I think 50% is doable, but you might want to switch to warriors instead of brutes so you can have more people summoned because you will. I even run out sometimes with 75%. I can just kill my guys if I get lucky or unlucky and roll that 25% a few times. They will just die, unlike this guy, and they will all die and I won't be able to hit the boss for like 10 seconds. My current skill gem setup, which I think could be very much improved, I kind of just have it in. Right now I'm using a scepter with malice to give me more crit. This will help my single target damage because being a blood mage, a lot of the damage comes from crit, especially when you have that overfilled HP. Life Remnants, the Blood Mage, I have Cannibalism on it. It's only 15 Spirit, 4% life recovered on kill. Very nice for the map sustain whenever getting hit. Cleric is an option to use to res your minions when you have less chance to consume corpses. I didn't love it, but I think it is an option. It might be the way to go. And then Skeletal Brute. So we scale the HP on these guys. I'm at 25k right now. These are base level 18 brutes. I just got a level 19 gem actually, but don't have the intelligence to upgrade them. 25k life, so it's a 5k flat fizz damage hit from the DD. You get that from supporting with Meat Shield. Supported minion gem levels. Gem levels good for minions just like PoE 1. And then right now I'm using Rupture to aggravate my bleed when they get heavily stunned. I had Cull on here. I actually can turn this into a 5-link and I might put Cull back on. But I didn't know much else to support. Bone Storm I don't really use anymore. Vulnerability is just to reduce armor and single target. You can use whatever supports you want. Mine, I don't even really use it in clear, so Hex Moon doesn't really matter. I should probably switch that. Sacrifice, as I said before, to be able to DD something. Like single target, without this you wouldn't be able to DD anything and you just do no damage. And then my 5-link DD right now is considered casting to just scale the main hit of the spell. Corpses have a chance not to be destroyed. This is important. Support skills have more AoE. This is for clear. You could switch this for single target and get even more damage. I don't know how annoying gem swapping would be. I also need to look into weapon swapping or clear versus single target. And maybe have 2 full different gem setups. And then ambush. This is nice for clear too. So you're just one-shotting the mobs because they first get hit for their health. Single target, you'd want to switch this too, I think. So that's it for the gems. And I forgot one thing. Grim Feast is pretty much, it does the same thing, overflows, just like our health, but with energy shield. And it pretty much does the same thing as our life remnants. So it's pretty much the energy shield version of our ascendancy. So you can see I'm currently over my max energy shield. It can go to double. So I can be up to 5k energy shield and 600 life. I'm nearing 10k effective HP when all that stuff's up. Now that's not all the time, obviously, but it does also recover instantly. So 242 energy shield instantly. It also scales with your minion level because it has the minion tag. So all your plus to your skeletal brute also makes that better. Single target, it also is a little bit of sustain because when you do kill your minions, it has a chance to drop a little energy shield orb. And how the build works. So you explode brutes, scale their HP, scale fizz damage, because DD is, in fact, physical damage in this game, not fire damage, like in PoE1. Which takes us to the skill tree. Just quickly going over the skill tree, I'm going for energy shield and minion life physical damage are pretty much the main three things. So we path through the energy shield at the beginning, grab this node. Int is actually kind of hard to fit, I found right now. I'm even taking strength nodes here to be able to wear my scepter. Cast speed is a quality of life thing, might drop it later. But it does help defensively a little bit and is just nice to play with. Grab the crit hit chance and fizz damage. Come up, grab more crit, all the way up. Over here to get Gravedigger. This revive speed does matter, it's nice. Might be worth dropping if you can kind of sustain your minions without blowing them up by using warriors or preserving more brutes. Minions have 40% increased max life. Great node. Grab the minion move speed. It helps in mapping. You will outpace your minions without it. Yeah, quite good. The left side of the tree, and my pathing here isn't necessarily perfect. It's kind of stuff. More crit, more minion life, more fizz damage, and a chance to inflict bleeding. And you break armor on crits, so this is nice armor. Let's do it. More ES. Good from your actually good note if you have good ES helmet. Max all res if anyone can get all max res. Like you're not yet. And more fizz damage and bleed magnitude, damaging ailments with crits. So this just is, it synergizes well, like the break armor with crits, the bleed synergy with a big crit fizz hit, and then magnitude. On the right side of the tree, these nodes are very important. I think it just kind of frustrating to play without. Chance not to consume corpse. I should grab this. 2% increased damage pretty much all the time. Points in. More crit here, more ES, more fizz, crit damage bonus. Like, this is pretty obvious. This is cast speed we can drop. Not super important. The intelligence again is nice though, because I think the level 19 gem requires 191 int, which you get. Big crit wheel here. You don't need obviously all these small nodes. I should switch this over here. I'm going to come path out, grab this fizz damage, and more break armor. And it gives strength, which I'm actually going to probably respec that right away. So that's a tree, pretty much fizz damage, crit, some cast speed, and energy shield. So energy shield, we're scaling that as our main defense, even though we're a blood mage. Go over the ascendancy tree real quick, I guess. So you have to get life remnants. Nice. It overflows your health, which makes it go up to double. Very good. So I have 23, 22 life. I can go up to 46, 44 life when I'm overflowed. So map clearing, that's more often, but in bosses it can be as well since you're critting. First I took obviously this, and then for cruel I went for the crit damage for 40 life. I'd probably switch that since, I mean, it helps. The crit damage is actually a lot. Like when you're at 4600 life, that's what, 110% crit damage. It's a lot. It's a good node. But Progenesis, Grasping Wounds, this is Progenesis from PoE1. Very, very powerful defensively node. The game hurts. I still die, even though I feel like I should be tanky. It's probably because I'm bad, but this node is good. Maybe take this in Cruel. Come back. Uber, or not, for Merc, go here. And then you have an option. If you want to play more defensively, you can go for Crimson Power. It'll just give you a ton of life and energy shield. You'll be prioritizing it on your body armor, which gives you more crit damage. But I'm going to be going for base crit for hit chance for spells is 50%. The base crit on DD by itself is 8, so this almost doubles it. Right now my crit chance is 29%, so this will put it up to about 50%. And then with some more crit damage on gear, or crit chance on gear, and get some more, I think it's attainable. Because right now, my crit chance is low and my bleed chance is low, so my damage is very inconsistent. But when I do crit and bleed, it does do a ton. That's my next steps is kind of get my bleed chance and my crit chance up, and I think it'll scale a lot. On the minion side, can have 2 more levels, base levels on my brutes. I have right now, so +5, 1 from here, 1 from my offhand. You can get +5 on your scepter, so that's another level. You can get +2 on your helmet, so that's another 2 levels. And you can get at least +1 on your neck. I don't know how high it goes. So you can get, and you can get minion life on your offhand, by the way. This is another good. And you can get minion life on jewels. So like lots of way to scale the build. All fizz damage, minion life, spell damage, all great. I think this one, yeah, minions have increased max life. You could get chance to bleed on this too. I think that would be the ideal. Minion life and chance to bleed are the jewels to look for. Actually, I should go buy some of those right after this. That's it for the build. I have a tier 15 map +2 monster level, so eye level 81 map. To show right after this, I just ran it. The boss is in there. The damage is really good. If anyone has any questions in game, you can just message me. It's Jacob S. I think this build has a long way it could go. I think it could be a lot of improvements. So if you have any ideas, feel free to message me them, comment them. I think this build is strong. I don't think it's one of the most OP builds in the league. The damage seems really good. The defensive seems really good. I think it's an all-around good build. It could maybe be brought to broken. I'm not the best build creator. But yeah, if anyone likes it, I hope you play it. Leveling was a bit rough. You don't get this support gem until 58. So until then and consume, it's maybe a little rough. I went Bone Storm. I'd maybe level cold. Just level cold spells until late game if you're trying to play this. Yeah, I'll probably do a follow-up video if this video, anyone watches it, and show what I've done. I'm going to look into the weapon swap for clear versus single target, and then continually upgrade my gear, cap my reses, get more chaos res, that kind of stuff. Thanks.